and pardon my hand because the lights are a little bright on my eyes up here, but
The warm lights.
wanted to kick off our closing ceremony here. Quick introduction. I'm Haas. This is my partner Hilton. How you guys feel about it? Make some noise. Hey. So the thing about being running this thing is that there's always something to do if you're one of us. So I'm gonna talk real quick, and then I gotta go help the team get ready to load the trucks up. So there's always a thing or a fire that one of us has to put out. So, but yeah, look, it's Sunday. Did we have fun? That's what's up. That's good to hear because, and you know what else was good to hear is that when people come up to us and tell us how much they enjoyed the event and how much it means to them and how much fun they had, I need to hear that because to us, it's a day, it's Saturday, it's Friday, it's another day. But when you tell us those kind of things, it reminds us of why we do all this hard work and why there's nights of no sleep and trying to get things organized and figured out. So it makes it all worth it when people tell us, you know, how much they enjoyed it and what it means to them. I don't have any real announcements. I'll leave that to my partner so I can go do some other things. But I have a couple things, and one of them I can talk about. One of them we'll talk about later. But if this is your thing, crypto will be accepting crypto next year. So I wanted to announce that. Is that anybody out there interested in that at all? One person. Thank you for that. Somebody in the back, my mama in the corner over there, she's clapping her hands. So I wanted to try to accept crypto this year, except that I kind of wanted to get the kinks out and get the systems integrated and make sure there were no issues once another 7,000 or 8,000 people come next year. So that's really the only announcement I had. And now I got to go get ready to load some trucks. I'll turn it over to my partner, Hilton.
So before I let my man off the stage, I think it's important that everybody understand, you know, what my partner does for Blerdcon, because it's a lot of behind the scene things that a lot of y'all never see. I'm often at the cons. I get to do a little bit more of the face-to-face stuff, but you know, everything that keeps us legal and keeps the bank from coming and taking these shirts off our backs and all that stuff, down from the incorporation to the domain, you know, lockdowns to the copyrights, you know, to just working with the development of a 501c3, you know, our nonprofit efforts, working with crypto, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, that's behind the scenes. It may not seem that glamorous, but this is where he lives. This is what he's always done. For 20 some years we've been friends. It has been an invaluable piece of what has kept Blerdcon on the rails and on the tracks, because as you know, during these challenging times, you know, post-COVID, there are cons that's not coming back, you know, because, you know, this took a money hit for a lot of cons that just was not, you know, salvageable. You know, there's organizations that toppled because of this, and we managed to survive. And it's not in any small part due to what this man does. So please give him a round of applause, because Super Saiyan, the brother, Super Saiyan. So yeah, so this is us. You know, we're definitely not trying to rush this. We're definitely trying to make this, you know, as heartfelt as we would normally do. But You know, we're doing some things in a new way. We're doing some things in a hopefully a more efficient way that keeps people's limbs together and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little choppy, but we're going to get through it. We're going to make everything happen. So I just wanted to give that to Haas before you bounce, brother. You know I'm going to see you when we start lifting stuff in about an hour. But yeah, everybody's giving one more round of applause before he heads off here.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Haas. So just really quickly, I want to wrap, our heads around what we're going to do for this next 45 minutes. We are going to put into this announcement of our first AMV contest. How many of you guys got a chance to see that? Yes. It's something new for us. It's something I think is really, really cool. And we took it on this year, and it was really, really successful. So we're going to have some winners announcing after that, and then we're going to talk about 2022. But right now, I want to talk about what we've done up to this point with 2021. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart as your con chair for making this as successful a year as any year that we've had since our inception. We had over probably about 4,500 attendees, which with all of the COVID stuff out there is incredible. So give yourselves a round of applause, please, please, please. You may not realize it because you're so busy falling in love with one another that you may not have all the details, but we've got people who are here from California and Ohio and Chicago and Detroit, Michigan, and Texas and Florida and Georgia and New York. And I even think we got some people here from Boston. I mean, almost every state is represented. And, the collective shock that has happened over the last 18 months due to COVID has hurt so many industries, it's hurt so many families, it's hurt so many communities that we were not sure if we were going to be able to come back this soon. It was a real leap of faith to announce that we were going to do this in July from where we were in January. We really had to put a lot of faith in you, the community, in America, in science, and all of that hopefully within, 5 months or so, we would be in a place where, one, conventions could happen by law, 2, that people would be able to come together and be safe, and 3, we'd all be able to have fun and enough people would be comfortable getting on trains and airplanes and crowded cars and staying multiple people in hotel rooms like we used to do. It was a lot of speculation, and we were really, really lucky that things went in the right direction because all of that brought us back together again. And I often tell people, and if you've seen any interviews I've done or have heard me talk extemporaneously about Blerdcon, I do not refer to the best of my ability, you guys as attendees. I look at you guys as the community. You are people that to some degree I feel as if I know. I've met a good chunk of you. I've hung out with an even smaller chunk of you. And, quite frankly, I think we've missed each other. Have you guys missed each other? Right. So cons coming back is going to be dependent now on a level of commitment and participation on our part as attendees or as the con going community to making those and maintaining those spaces as safe as they can be. That is going to be the underlying predicate for whether or not a convention, any other convention past Blerdcon, will be successful. So now your other conventions, just as Blerdcon has done, is going to be asking you to be active participants in maintaining a safe health space, in the same way that we ask about maintaining a good, safe mental health space and a safe, protective space and all these other places that we need. This is just an additional way that we can extend our concern and our regard for one another. And it's going to be important that we express that because, let's be honest, wearing masks can be damn inconvenient. I have eaten 2 of them since I've been here. They just kind of start going into your mouth as you talk, and then all of a sudden you're not wearing a mask and your throat's itchy and you wonder what happened. Oh, I swallowed under the mask. So it's not fun, but you got to make that commitment. And we're not going to be the last convention that's going to have that mandate. There are other conventions that are talking about doing vaccine mandates and stuff. So we're going to have to kind of keep up with this in order to maintain the space that we love so well. So let's talk a little bit about what we have just done. You know, we have done some really cool things with our registration that's new. We have reignited and reconnected our partnership with partners like MagFest and Astra Digital, Quirk Chat. We brought on some new partners like Urban Anime Lounge. Anybody here a member of Urban Anime Lounge on Facebook? There, got the show of hands. There's the fam, right? Exactly. We have partnered with Clip Dart. Who got a haircut this weekend? There's one back here in the back. I see your ears. That means you did. Excellent, right? So all of the things that we were able to do this weekend some of them were really innovative and new because of COVID. Having the outdoor space with the food trucks. How many of you guys got to eat some of the food truck food? I'm telling you, I messed around and I went and got a rib plate and decided to eat it in my room, and then my soul started trying to leave my body, so I had to snap out of it, and I got to get out of here because, you know, the itis is real. It's real. Yeah. So the food's been amazing. The musical performances, the DJs. How many of y'all partied Friday or Saturday night here? Yeah. Some of y'all go only clapping with one hand because your head hurt and you're just like, oh, yeah, I was here. 5 in the morning, we're able to do it, right? You know, these are things that are new and innovative things that are very successful, and hopefully they will continue on. So this year, we had, and I want to give a shout out because this is being videoed. I want to give a shout out to the team, the Blerdcon volunteers and staff that made this year happen. Now, I want you to give them a round of applause in advance because you already know why. You should. Yes. But another reason why you should be clapping is because, remember, we usually have almost 12 months to plan a convention. We truncated that to 5 months. 5 months of planning with all of the details and all of the phone calls and all of the contracts and all the money transfers and deposits and bus tickets and plane tickets and meetings and all of this stuff superimposed over COVID. We couldn't meet face to face for a long time, right? You know, so doing what we normally do in 11 and a half, 12 months in a 5-month period over top of a pandemic is, I don't even know what the words are for that. But did you guys feel like you were at a 5-month planned con? Good, because it was, and it may have felt like it in the background for some of us that had to do some running around. But the fact that you guys were able to experience a 12-month planned convention that was planned in 5 months is just a testament to this team and their hard work and the volunteers. So give them another round of applause, please, 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 please. On a personal note, I discovered some things about myself that I did not know before COVID. I took a lot of you for granted because I see you at cons everywhere. I go to 20 conventions a year at least, promoting Blerdcon and just being a nerd myself. And I took for granted that, wait a minute, all of my friends are in the con and nerd community. And I didn't even think about it until I was not going to cons anymore. And I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen anybody in 2 or 3 months. And I was like, that's right, because half of my friends are living in New York, and the other half of my friends are out in Virginia Beach, and the other half are in Atlanta. And I usually just wait to see them at the cons. And I said to myself, how many other people have their social circles, the face-to-face, real nerd me exchanges that we have are relegated mostly to conventions? And without the cons, you know, a lot of us really did not have a lot of our face-to-face outlets and our connections that we enjoyed on a regular basis. And I mean, it was a real thing for me to just like, wow, I forgot I don't have any friends. People were telling me, oh, Hilton, you should go hang out with some friends. I'm like, you know, you're right, but oh, that's Boston. Wait a minute. Like, I thought they lived right here. Why? Because they're at AwesomeCon or OdaCon or KatsuCon or MagFest, and I see them 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year and completely take for granted you don't live across the street from my house. So this is a necessary part of my mental health. I think that for a lot of you, it is at least a vital part of your mental health to be around nerds and be around that nerd love that only comes from conventions, right? This is the place where we can be ourselves. A lot of you have to go back to work on Monday, right? And you're not going to be wearing your nerd gear, and you're not going to talk about Naruto, and you're not going to be able to talk about the video game tournament you just played. You're going to have to talk about regular stuff. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt your head. And you're going to be like, I just cannot wait to get home, click on Funimation, or log on to the Discord or something so I can just be myself. Well, my hope is that we will be able to bring cons back and that you guys are feeling more comfortable because of what we were able to pull off here, a safe environment, a very, very well behaved group when it comes to COVID safety. And then hopefully you guys will be at other conventions. I'll see you at Otakon. I'll see you at Anime NYC. I will see you at Dragon Con. And then we can kind of kick these things back off and we can get back to what we really do, which is being family. Wait, I didn't say that like Toretto. Hold on. Be like family. Cons are great, but they're nothing to family. So a bit of housekeeping here. Where's Johnny? Who's Johnny? Johnny, are you here? There you go. Come on around here, Johnny. Johnny is one of the organizers of the AMV event. Put a lot of hard work, and let's give him a round of applause. Now let's hope he don't trip and fall, because then this will be short-lived. Hold on. Careful. Watch the steps. It's very dark back there. Tie your shoes. There you go. Hold the rail. Hey, there he is. And I like that shirt, sir. There. Come on, sit over here next to me. Hey, I feel like Mari. You're going to sit down. Turns out the child is yours, Johnny. He's like, yeah, actually it is. He's right over there. So this mic is hot. Now this is the winners for the AMV contest. Do we have like cool prizes and stuff like that from everything like this? I got a prize. He said, we're gonna get a prize we'll get a prize for the number one. I got one that's in the car. You're gonna love it. Okay. All right. Give a hand for Johnny and the AMV contest.
All right. Thank you. First up, I'm going to go by category. Upbeat was Silk AMV, Witches Go Hard. A lot of people seem to like that one. Romance, Crazy 8 the Great, Miguel Mercado. We had a tie for drama. Paradiso by Princess Marie. And Running by Rika Okaku, Goya C. For originality, we had a live version of a Demon Slayer Grunge fan film, Becoming Crate by Limelight Productions. For our action champion, we had Anime Life AMV's Champion. And for Best in Show was the live version of Demon Slayer by Little Light Films, chosen by all of the fans as the overall champion. The judge's choice was Elemental Hero by Ramen Noodle Productions.
So I do have a prize for that, and as a matter of fact, I should send text so you guys get it out of there, and you'll be able to get it to the winners at some point. Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So excellent, awesome. Thank you guys. Give them a round of applause for the AMV contest. I love to see people do stuff that I can't do, and video production and that kind of creativity is definitely one of them. I gotta tell y'all that every year, this is a unique piece for me. I really love doing this, where we talk about the theme of the current year, and then we talk about and reveal the theme for the next year. Now, we have a very unique convention, and we have a mission behind this convention, and we have a core constituency with this convention, which means that we have to be very deliberate in the kinds of themes that we bring forward, because the idea is to try to evoke some resonance with the Black experience, injecting that into the nerd space. That's kind of our flavor, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of whatever the secret sauce may be, that is it for us. So when we pick a theme, when we pick an annual, kind of go-to phrase, it kind of has to resonate. Now, Chocolate City is a term that a lot of people are familiar with. And it usually goes to describe a city or a region for which black culture has thrived over many, many, many years, decades, maybe even centuries, that has its own personality. You know, the people have their own, dialect, you know, their own kind of food, you know, that they make, or their own kind of music. And that was our theme for 2020 that we carried over to 2021. Now, unfortunately, due to COVID, we weren't able to execute some of the things that we wanted to do to kind of signify these different regions of the country that would be considered chocolate cities. You know, you're talking about Minneapolis, parts of New York, you're talking about Atlanta, Charlotte, Louisiana, you're talking about New Orleans. And those are the kinds of things that we do each year. This year coming up, I think we have something that's extremely appropriate, not just because of the name of the theme and because of what it means to those of us in the black community who have had some experience with the term and is certain memories that are in our DNA because of it. But I also think it is because we've spent so much time away from one another that, you know, it's time for us to come together, right? And in a way, when you're gone and then you come back, what would we call that? That's a close one. That's a close one. But how about a homecoming? My man, I want to have that run one more time so I can see it. I'm going to stand over here so I can look at it, but it just gets me right in my 23andMe, and I want to see it like everybody else. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, man. I feel like I got a ham hock in my pocket. This whole leg right here is my good leg. This leg is kind of weak. But this leg, now, hold on now. See, for any of you who are from the black college experience, let me hear a little noise. I had the distinct honor and pleasure, as did my best friend Hassan. We are both graduates of the North Carolina Central University in Durham, North Carolina. And you may not know this about Hassan, but some people consider him somewhat of a pretty boy. And appropriately so, he pledged Kappa. Me, I was always a little bit more of a nerd, and so I pledged what? I pledged Alpha, right? Too cold, my man. There you go. Don't get me shouting out in here. They don't understand. They don't understand. Meet me outside, we'll talk. No, but the black college experience centers around homecoming. And the homecoming experience for the black college alumni and the black college attendees is something that, even if you are not a member of that institution or an alumni of that institution, you can go and get a little bit of a piece of that, right? A lot of people who go to Howard's homecoming ain't got nary a credit from Howard, community college, nothing Howard County, nothing Howard nowhere. Be up there jumping around like they in the dorms with you. Like this is wonderful to come home to Howard. Like you're from Indiana. Why are you here? Like, but it's a welcoming environment. And so what we are going to be doing over the course of the next 12 months is that we're going to be taking core elements of the Black college experience, the Black college homecoming experience, and we're going to be injecting it into some of the programming, obviously the imagery, the musical choices, all of those things that we have done during that time is going to be a part of this experience. And we're going to welcome everybody. Now, listen, I know that there are people in this audience who are thinking, but I went to Ohio State. Is this going to be welcoming for me? Because I've gone to see the game at homecoming. But at the Black college, we don't go to see the game, do we? Matter of fact, we wait till halftime so we can see what? The band. Elwood, the band. I have been to PWI homecomings and I have been just lost. I don't know what is going on. Like y'all are watching this game and I'm not really caring. I don't know who, when I go to my homecoming, I don't know who we playing. Don't care. There's some people out on the field. They could be at the high school. I don't care. But when the bands get out there, that's when I'm on the rail. I'm on the fence. I'm screaming. I'm watching all of this. So we're going to be bringing some of this. I want to see it in the cosplays. I want to see it in some of y'all's, when we're doing this AMV thing, I want to see some themes of that. I want to see some of the fellowship. We're going to be doing a lot of the stuff out here on the food court lot, the food truck lot. We're going to make some of that happen. And we're going to welcome everybody to the Black college experience in the same way we've welcomed everybody to the Black nerd experience. Because we are a community that welcomes everybody. We are a community that says what we do, everybody loves. And you're going to learn about me, and you're going to learn what's wonderful about the Black nerd experience, and we're all going to be richer for that exposure, and we're all going to be better for it. And so when I look out on this crowd and I think about all the cosplay stuff that you guys are going to do, I get excited because I know there's been some pent-up talent sitting here. It's like some of y'all right now, y'all going to cosplay on the plane home, ain't you? You got to line up for Delta Airways. This is my Delta. This is my American Airlines outfit. You're going to love it. You're going to do a photo shoot on the tarmac, taking shots, doing it up. So I really want to see that enthusiasm. I'm really, really excited to work on this. By the way, if you guys don't know that this gentleman here with the camera, his name is Matthew. Matthew did the animation. Matthew did the graphic design. Give him a round of applause. But if I see any one of y'all trying to take his business card, I'm going to throw a pebble at you because this man is busy. I need all of his time for the next 12 months. I don't want him taking no extra contracts for a little while. Also, you'll recognize the male and female character. The drum major and drum majorette is drawn by none other than the most amazing Marcus the Visual. You know him. Give him a round of applause. Good friend. I'm a huge fan of his work. We are so blessed to have him on board, being a part of our design, bringing that extra bit of soul and extra bit of spirit and energy to our event. So, what if I told you that we could go and get ourselves some Blerdcon 2022 badges right now? What? He ain't say that. I'm sitting all the way up in the front row. Ain't nobody tell me I had to go running upstairs. This ain't right. Well, I'll tell you what we will do. Everybody here at Blerdcon 2021 is going to have the singular opportunity, and only you will have this opportunity before you leave today, so you don't have to run. As long as before you leave the Hyatt, right? Which is probably, if you're leaving before like 4 o'clock, think about 4 o'clock is your deadline because we got to go too. You will be able to get your Blerdcon 2022 badges at I don't even know what it is. It's like a 30%, 35% discount, right? It's like $40 or something like that for a full weekend batch. Okay, $150 for VIP. Okay, so you guys can do all of that on your way out the door and save money. Now, once I get home, the prices change because I'm gonna go right online and I'm gonna put them to their regular place. So that means if you got 40 cents on yours and you got $15 on your card and you got $5 cash, y'all come together like Voltron, do whatever you got to do. Somebody got fraud protection on there, a little overdraft protection. Let them swipe. There you go. You can do it. Take a hit for the team. If you swipe, it's the same overdraft charge no matter what you charge. Remember that. So you do $200, it's still $35. That's still a savings. That's still a savings. That's just math, right? Right? I'm asking the art major about right? That's right. I don't know. I was art major too. That's how the math works? Okay. But make sure y'all give him his $35 for that overdraft because he loves you. So that is what we're going to do. That is going to be the close. We are going to have a virtual feedback survey. So we're not going to do a feedback panel like we normally do. The reason why is that with time limitations, we never get to everybody. There's people here who have really valid comments and really valid concerns who maybe are a little shy and don't want to get on a microphone. We want to make sure we get everything cataloged so we can make this the best convention. And listen, I don't care if you got something mean to say. I don't care if you got something evil to say, as long as it's constructive. You can call me whatever you want. And as long as at the end of the day, we got something that we can improve, we're going to do it. Okay. So do not hold back. I don't care if you stubbed your toe on the dresser on your way out the room to come here and that's your complaint. I will talk with the Hyatt about putting some pads on the furniture for you. Okay. Because everything ain't my fault, but everything is my responsibility. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. The link will go out on the website probably in about 10 minutes. It will go out in email format probably tomorrow-ish. We just want to make sure everybody who's purchased is in the database before we send out the email. Return those, and in a week, we're probably going to do some type of a live event where we can talk about some of the big concerns or some of the things you may want to see, whatever it is, because we really want to make this next year, 2022, a collective effort. I'm really, really proud of what you guys have done this year, and I want you to be as invested in the success and the building of the 2022 as a better year as we are for this 2021. We can't do it without you, okay? We are nothing without you. You are the community. You are the reason we do this, okay? When you're not here, we miss you, and I mean that. You know, so I want to make sure that you guys are going to get everything out of this that you can, and that this reflects you, and this reflects your vision, that this reflects your energy, and that this is our collective space to be who we are born to be. Is that okay? Can we do that? I don't know, man. That really wasn't very loud. Put them on camera and make them act right. Can we do that? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this one more time. My man on the ones and twos for the video. Let's run this video 2 more times as people make their way out, because we have people who just came in and get to see the Blerdcon 2022 homecoming. And then I will see y'all at registration. Thank you so much, family, for coming out. God bless.